Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
I like the new entrance video.
Yeah, I like that one a little bit better. The music's better.
Yes.
Don't you agree?
It's a little bit better.
Well, Leonard, how was your week?
Other than messing my shoulder up again, not terrible.
How'd you do that?
Dude, it was so stupid. I was on my hands and knees trying to put a freaking 24-pack of Pepsi in the racking at work. And I picked it up like this with one hand. I put like 4 or 5 of them up already, and I went to do that one just a little too quick because I was trying to get out of the old lady there's way, and it just went. Just felt like a rip, a pop. Dropped it. I said some words I probably shouldn't say around people, especially old ladies and children. And I was like, yeah, this again.
Damn.
So, my day started out great. You know, woke up, had breakfast at the hotel, and went straight to Pro Sports Zone because Rock On Podcast was having a little group meeting there. And the person I was with, they're a moderator for them, so we went. That was Trace Hacker, the one we see in the chat all the time, that Trace.
Oh, okay.
So we go there and we meet up with Eric. I don't want to mess up his last name. Eric R. I'll leave it at that. And Will Rock, that run the Rocked On podcast. Met John Y., who owns Frozone Sports, and he says, "Hey, just for you guys, I'm going to put a full-size replica Speed in there, and whoever makes a purchase gets one." So I bought my alternate Mini. Couldn't get a signature today, but that's okay because I won the full-size replica, and I had it signed by Eric Hipple.
You couldn't get them signed because Lions don't care about their fans.
Nah. You know what it is? I was surrounded by a bunch of 5 to 7-year-olds screaming everybody's name, and I think they looked over and they pulled a Tom Brady and said, "Fuck those kids."
I probably would have too.
Yeah.
Matt Henry's in there saying, "Good evening, fellas." And of course, it's my favorite time, my favorite DJ of my past,
Smoking
Dad. But I got a couple pictures. Trace did a selfie with Eric, myself, and another fan, Mike Garrity. And then we were joined also from Crunch Time Sports, Jeff Iafrady and Booner, that used to be a part of Woodward Sports. And that's Will Rock there in the gray hoodie. That's Eric next to me, and that's Trace over there in the Gibbs jersey.
Okay.
So it was a great time, and then it was time to head to camp. And, you know, both of them were a little rusty at first. You know, they had a couple days off. It is what it is. But things started to get going. J-Mo had a couple drops because he had guys draped on him like a cheap suit.
And it was hands of butter.
No, it wasn't hands of butter. It was good coverage. There's a difference between good coverage and hands of butter. If the guy's draped on your back and they don't have their hands near your hands, you know, that's just hands of butter. If they're draped on their back and they got their hands near yours, That makes it increases the degree of difficulty a lot. Don't you agree, B?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that old saying though? If you can touch it, you catch it.
Yeah, whatever. When a guy has his hands in there, it makes it harder to catch.
I didn't say it doesn't make it harder. I feel really good about this.
Patty Grimes. We're talking
Wow.
about training camp today because I was there for the entire thing. Got to talk with the Frady and Booner, and that was cool. We found some things. I met a writer from Pride of Detroit. Didn't see Risden. He was probably in the VIP area. Those guys been there a while. They get a little special treatment.
Yeah.
I'm not that new, not that well known yet. Getting there though. Getting
Yeah.
there. But other than that, it was a great time. I hung out with some fans. They asked about the podcast. I typed it in for them. They said they'd sub. But I don't see any subs added, so good bug 'em.
I mean, you're on just about all the time, so they'll catch one of
Eventually
the
they'll see.
shows.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna see me somewhere.
That's right.
But it was by far a great day. Brendan, it started off with just the ones were playing on the side where I was at. The two was over there by the other general admission stands where there was more of them. And, there was a bunch of cheers over there, and I found out it was all defense and stuff. But that's another story. I guess Nate almost got drove into the ground a couple times. He got excited. But I don't
You
blame
hate
him.
him.
Kill him. Kill him. No. Damn. That's pretty sad when everybody don't want his
But I went
ass.
up to the fake podium and had my picture taken. And I did the pose like Dan Campbell coming up there, not really smiling, just staring out, holding on to the side of the podium.
Where's
What
Orlando when you need him?
One guy said, "Damn, you almost look like a coach up there."
Yeah, he wasn't doing that today. He was up there banging on the he was banging on the podium today. He was doing his little stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
He
okay,
was
come on,
excited.
Dan, calm the hands down, bro.
It showed it on the field that he was excited. He was pacing like a caged lion.
Yeah.
And every time something went wrong, he'd blow that whistle, make them line up and do it again, which is what he's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Did I get to meet Nate Suckfeld? No,
He tried. He tried.
I didn't even try. Not gonna lie, I didn't even try. But overall, Brendan Joseph made a pick playing with the ones, and that means it was off a Goff, because nobody else is throwing behind the number one O line.
Nope.
And then when it came time because of rotation and everything, Brendan Joseph was playing with the one on defense and got to pick off the field again, which set up the drive for them to go down at the end of practice because they did one drive with them and one drive with the one. And they drive down, and it's getting to third down, and it's looking like, man, they're not going to be able to see if we can get in field goal range because they literally put the score up as though they were 2 points away and they had to score to win, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you going to respond to little Jeremy at all?
What?
I said, are you going to respond to little Jeremy over there in the chat at all?
I told him no, I didn't get to meet Suckfeld.
Oh.
You give him a ride to the airport.
I'd have gave him a ride to the waste treatment plant, see if they could turn him into a quarterback. Come on, B, that's good.
Well, he's trash anyway, so.
I know, like I said, take him to the waste treatment plant, see if he can be recycled into a quarterback. But anyways, J-Mo jumps up in between Vildor, CJ Moore, and another safety and just pulls it down. And it was beautiful. Sets it up, 64 yards, 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing. Jake Bates split the upright. He was 5 of 7 on the day. and the 2 he missed, they made him redo because they didn't want him missing from there. And they were both 50-plus yarders, but up until that point, his long was 53 or 4 is what I heard. And then when I sat there, goes, man, that holder wasn't on this side of the 50. What's going on here? And I also noticed that the practice field goals look narrower than the ones at Ford Field. A lot narrower.
Oh yeah, there's a reason for that.
Oh, yeah, it's to make them hone in their accuracy.
Right.
Because then if it misses just left or just right of the upright, it actually would have been good on an NFL field.
I think all practice fields have that kind of a field goal post.
Suckbell should have had to walk back to Detroit from New York. Our backup defense seems decent. Yeah, I noticed that too. When the threes were on the field in the second half, the ball wasn't moving quite as good as it was in the second quarter.
Yeah, but that's threes against threes.
I understand. That was still Tommy Cutlet. Oh, here we go. Ken Catalone, the Packer backer.
What up, Ken?
Oh, no. That's how you guys go.
How'd you guys like watching your Hall of Famer play the other day? I'm just giving you shit because you know it's preseason. You would me if I said something like that.
Yeah, I know, but I absolutely loved it. I couldn't ask for anything better of a performance from him for the first time out. Shit, that makes you real excited for the season when you see plays like that. Oh, but what I'm massively impressed with is how that defense looked, even with it being just the base organic vanilla bullshit.
Who'd you play again?
Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were talking about a team with a quarterback.
Hey, Cleveland would be good if they just got some better masseuses out there.
That's true.
Oh,
I had to go there. I had to go there.
hey,
Nick Chubb didn't play, did he?
no. I would have loved to have seen how we looked against him, but it's not like their other running backs are terrible. So it was nice seeing some stops there. And Van Ness being all in the backfield's massively exciting.
Right. And I'm glad to hear it. You know, and we were just talking about how in the second half, our third string defense did a decent job of shutting down the Giants defense in our game the other night.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
Still lost.
I don't care about this. Who cares
And you're
about
going to get a medal for getting a win in the preseason?
Don't be
So-
Swear to
salty.
God.
You do, but it's
And
made of
nobody's
only-
salty. It's ignorant, man. That's all I got to say.
You're salty.
Going for wins.
Last year, you were probably.
If
out
we would have
there
won,
with
it
the
would have made
pom-pom
no difference to
going
me.
on
It
and
didn't
on
make a
about
difference to me. Didn't make a difference to me. We were 4-0 champs in preseason, and we
You know
went
what?
0-16.
No, that's what he wants to have.
That's why this shit don't want to. Yeah, keep winning. Go ahead and win all 4 games or all 3 games, and then you can be 0-16 next year or
That's
7.
fine. We could do that, and then you guys can still say you lost to an 0-16 team. That's great.
In preseason. Yeah, I get it.
Hey,
Oh,
a
good.
loss is a loss, man. It
Guess
matters.
That record
It doesn't
counts
matter.
as
Don't
much
make a
as,
difference at
your
all.
OnlyFans account.
Mhm. You keep thinking it counts.
Man, you don't. Hey, Packer backer, you notice these Lions fans are really salty?
You're telling a Packer fan that? I was gonna say JB usually isn't. Every once in a while you can get him, but you can get most people. And B. Strilla, I've only hung out with him a couple of times, so I can't say he's salty.
He's
But I
always
know a
salty.
lot of salty Lions fans out there.
I can name one, and he said he wants to Sheila Hamp. That's Braxton Hill.
Don't lie, Donkey Kong. You care.
Super Bowl or bust. Yes, preseason games don't count. Yeah, we tell him that all the time, Patty. He don't listen.
No, they don't.
But
But you know
I
what? If
did,
they would have won, they would have counted.
did you see?
No, it wouldn't. I don't watch the
They never
games to see who wins and loses.
Just so I can prove
I
it.
like to evaluate the players.
There's me with
Okay, there's
Eric
Hipple.
Hipple right there.
There's hipster.
Yep. I hate how everybody that took a picture hid behind me to let the fat guy be out front. Look at it.
You cover more space.
I know. But that in this picture is a couple of legit guys. That's Jeff Iafrate and Booner that used to be a part of Woodward Sports that joined Crunch Time Sports, the show that has John Macaroon on it. So it was great talking to them, and they sat there and they said, "Hey, you said you're a writer?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, is this you here on Twitter?" He goes, "Yep." Wow, you're followed by a lot. No, I said, "Don't say over another word." But I did get a few pictures at camp.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job carrying the Gatorade bottle. Yeah, I tried to crop it out. I couldn't, otherwise you wouldn't see. But that was when the ones were there.
Oh, awesome.
So it was fun, but it was hard because I had to be in standing room only because all the seats were filled within 10 minutes of them opening the gates at noon. And we didn't show up until 12:45 because it was 1:15 start.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really cool to get that stuff. I was going to wear the new T-shirt tonight. Paul Jones, 90% of our roster, I think I seen working at the tire shop with JB last week. Oh, that's bad. I like it. But no, the Packers did have a good game versus Cleveland. Cleveland does have a decent defense, so for them to do what they did, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Good job. Your Giants came out and did something, and Drew Lock is not your backup QB.
No, he's not.
Yeah. I'd honestly, if I was the Giants, I'd give it to Tommy DeVito.
Oh, yeah, DeVito. I'd give it to DeVito. I wouldn't even give Lock a look.
Yeah, I was going to say DeVito, when he comes in, he seems like he gives that offense a little bit of a spark.
Right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But the team trusted him because what did he do? Go 3-2 last year?
It would have been nice if you would have thrown the ball to Neighbors just once. The guy was open every single freaking play.
I heard he got injured today.
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, he tweaked his. He said it's day to day. He tweaked his leg. It happens.
He plays in New York. It's expected to lose it like somewhere.
No, he does not play in New York. He plays in New Jersey.
Lions are hiring a new coach. I got his picture here.
I like it. You see, he sucked in his stomach for that picture too.
I sure did. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, JB, I'm with you on that one, brother. Because I would have done the same thing.
Yo, oh yeah.
But I didn't buy the flag, but I did buy a T-shirt that said 2023 or 2024 North Division champion.
Oh, you should have got a banner.
Oh, I thought about it, and I was gonna hang it up over this stuff. But believe it or not, the North Division championship shirts were on clearance, so I got it for $17.50.
I was gonna say
on clearance already, huh?
Well,
for that Super Bowl.
That the rival Motions gave you guys, you didn't even want to buy the shirts for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't buy any of those Detroit Rams shirts. That shit pissed me off. You heard me. I went off about that. Remember that?
About the most dumbest.
Absolutely. That's like when Rodgers got traded to New York, starting to hear a bit of the Green Bay Jets. I was like, okay, no, you're getting too much into the freaking shit here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I can see, wishing the guy does well and all that, but anything past that, no.
Yeah, Leonard, they said that says New York Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors is believed to have suffered a mild ankle sprain at practice Sunday. They said they weren't over concerned about without the ailment. Uh, it was happened during team drills, so he was limping. He didn't return, but they say they're not really worried about it.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say this is the time of year a guy stubs his toe and they keep him out for a bit.
yeah,
You're not wrong there. That's great.
Well, and what has happened with your camp? Other than neighbors getting hurt, you heard anything else, Von Doom, with camp?
Only other thing that I've actually heard was they're not going to sign another quarterback with Drew Lock being out. They're going to have Tyree Jackson, the guy that plays tight end, was a quarterback in college, ER backup.
I would demote Drew Lock to being the equipment manager responsible for picking up dirty towels in the clubhouse.
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest game.
Yeah, no.
Not the greatest game.
Yeah.
For less
I would
yards,
call 17 yards not great,
he threw for
and
less
an
yards
interception.
in the first yard, and an interception right off the rip.
Yeah, that
I was
interception
gonna
was
say-
a bad throw too.
Shit,
Yeah.
I'm no athlete, and I think I could throw for over 17 yards.
In one pass.
Dink and dunk.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
One pass. I don't care if it's picked off; it'll travel further than 17 yards.
yes.
Right.
I don't know how much further, but it's gonna get there at least.
Hey, as
think
long
him-
as you would have just thrown it anywhere near neighbors, you would have been good because there was nobody else near him.
You're talking about the division championship there, Paul Jones.
So I see Joe.
What he's doing
Jones is supposed to come in and start a preseason game next week, huh?
Yes, he is.
And they
That's
talked
good,
about
good.
starting off this week too.
what Paul's referring to there is the old joke about how the Super Bowl loser shirts get sent to the kids in Africa.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
That's the only way you're
Oh
ever
yeah,
going to see
they
one.
pre-print each team, and then whoever wins, they send the other ones to
Yep.
Africa to clothe the starving, huddled, homeless people.
Mm-hmm. Which I mean, hey, good for it. You're finding a purpose, but it does
Why?
lead for some funny shit.
But why send them overseas when we have almost as many, if not more, homeless here?
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
they don't want them seen here.
yeah. Could you imagine walking down the street and you see a Bill Super Bowl shirt? Wait, what? What the hell happened here?
Bills, 4-time Super Bowl champions.
But I want to say thank you to Trace Hacker for picking me up from work, take me down there. It was a blast. It was a very nice time. I enjoyed it very much. Do I wish I could have got some other signatures? Of course. Eric Hipple, didn't he come in that year that Rodney Peake was hurt, take us to the playoffs by winning like the last 5 or 6 games or something like that?
Not Hipple.
Playoffs and lost? No. Not talking about the NFC Championship game. There was another year we got to the playoffs because our backup played because Pete was out.
I don't think
Well,
we ever
last year,
got
your
the
first playoff
championship
year.
with the Hipple.
I know Kramer was the guy in 91. I ain't talking about that.
That dude. Yeah, I'm talking about that guy. No. I don't think he had any playoffs. He didn't get it.
No, he didn't get to play in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Our starter came back and they benched him immediately.
I don't know what year that would have been. I don't know what year it would have been. Let's see. Not like we had too many playoff games before that.
No, not many.
No, not even many. Except for in the Super Bowl era, put it that way.
No, it was years where games started was lower.
This one, Detroit Lions.
He started one game at the end of 1984, and the starter came back in for the wild card. That's what it was. Because he went 1-0. He was 16-38, and it wasn't because of him. It was because of Billy Sims that we won the game.
Let's see.
And it wasn't Rodney Peete, but the starter came back in and played. I believe he played the last game. No,
No playoffs. Then we weren't even. Nope. The
we made the playoffs.
83 was. No, we didn't. Not in '89. We didn't.
I didn't say 89.
We did, the last time we made the playoffs was in '83.
83-84 season, right?
Yeah.
We went 9-7, and Eddie Murray missed the field goal.
Shit, I wasn't even born then.
Right.
Yeah, neither was I. I was gonna say shit. That was 6 years before.
The Monty Clark. That was the Monty Clark Prey game. That's what I called it.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is Eric Kramer is tied with Jay Cutler for most passing touchdowns, and it didn't break 30 in a season for Chicago. It was 29. You know how many 30 touchdown quarterbacks have played for Chicago in their history?
None.
Zero. They've never had a 30 touchdown quarterback.
They've never even had a 4,000-yard quarterback either.
I wasn't going to go there.
I was.
But
Eric Kramer is the closest at 3,865.
Oh,
Gabe Butler tried to get there, but he came up 40 yards short. Did you hear me, Ken?
Huh?
The Gabe Butler tried to get there, but he was 40 yards short.
Oh, that is so what I'm going to call him the next time Ken brings him up.
Yeah, I do it every time.
Just to get right in there. Oh.
I've called him that ever since I seen him riding the stationary bike in the second half of the Super Bowl.
He wasn't
Right.
there for the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, that was Sexy Rexy, wasn't it?
That was the NFC Championship. He was riding the bike.
Okay.
Where he was watching Rodgers go out there and sling the ball.
Jim McMahon in 1985 threw 24 touchdowns and had 3,200 yards passing.
Well, most of that game plan was here. Give the ball to Walter and just don't drop it, fumble it, anything on the way to handing it to him.
I mean, Turbo Jetum's in the chat. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, not even Jim McMahon. Not Harbaugh. Nobody. Eric Kramer is their passing leader at 3,865 yards. And I love saying that stat because it took a Lions quarterback to do it for him.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Ain't it great? It's terrible and awesome all at the same time.
Because no matter how much shit they give you, you can always say, it took one of our guys to actually get you a record.
Well, they do have a quarterback record that was set in 1950. No one's matched
interceptions.
8 interceptions in one game.
Wow.
Start Sucksfield and watch what happens.
I'm going to get his name right now because it's great.
Yeah, I think he did take over for
Jim
Gary
Hart
Danielson in '83.
Threw 8 against the Philadelphia Eagles in 1950. You know what the bad part is? He only threw 15 passes.
Oh my god. That's like if you just took some random person off the street and put them in a football game. Hey, here, this is a football, throw it and see what happens.
But 7 quarterbacks have thrown 7 interceptions in the game, and one of those was a Lion, Ty Detmer versus the Cleveland Browns.
Boom.
And then, the most interceptions recorded by an individual in the game is held by D'Angelo Hall of the Redskins when he did it against the Chicago Bears in 2010.
I remember that.
Oh. D'Angelo Hall was a hell of a cornerback in his day. I enjoyed watching him.
Yeah, he was one that used to talk a lot of shit.
Yep, that's why I loved watching.
And then he
was that?
went to Washington. I remember he went to Washington, and I forgot they were having like a like drills. They were having like a team. They were starting those team drills, for practice. And I forgot who he was going against. He was talking shit. And I remember, was it DeAndre Hopkins?
No.
I can't remember one of them. And then the next play, trying to defend him, he tore his ACL. he got all in. He got all in the receivers. I think it was DeAndre Hopkins. He got all in his face, talking
Hopkins
shit to him, and Hopkins didn't. Hopkins wasn't even saying nothing to him. He was like, "Man, get away from me, dog. I don't even want to talk to you." And he was steadily yapping.
How you doing, Yoli? And of course, Donkey Kong's got the FGB up there, and that's just fine. We get it.
Yoli.
Who is the career interception leader in the NFL?
One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever spin a football.
Brett Favre.
He's won a Super Bowl. Yeah, Brett Favre. You know how many it is?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I was going to say, the plaque that's got the numbers on it's behind my green screen.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better, Yoli. Donkey Kong.
Awesome.
Donkey Kong giving Megan crap too. Seahawks local. Hello, Megan. But it's 366 career interceptions.
Each one of those interceptions was entertaining. Some of them made you want to bounce your head off the wall, but it was still entertaining.
Most interceptions thrown by a player, including the playoffs. Oh, that's playoffs combined at 366. You know who's second?
Eli Manning.
George Blanda.
Yes. Third.
I'm looking at
Here's our favorite. Oh, you're cheating. The third on that list is the 0 for 3 guy from Minnesota. Fran Tarkenton.
Oh,
Then, of course, there's one of the goats tied with Dan Marino.
Actually, what list are you looking at? Because as of it's Brett Favre, George Blanda, John Hedel, Vinny Testaverde, and then Frank Tarkenton.
So,
Vinny Testaverde has 267.
This is including playoff.
Oh, I'm looking at regular season. I don't give a damn about the playoff.
You Lions barely ever go there. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Oh, look at this. Who we got?
You know what, Leonard? You just like them Green Bay Packer fans. Always going to allude to the history.
Howdy, Mike.
Always alluding to the history.
You would want to talk about history is because you're history.
Me, myself? No, I would not. Because that's not what president I am. I'm for the here and now. I don't give a damn what you did last year. Or 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago.
Eli did all right. He only has 5 more interceptions than games played.
Hey guys.
I mean, there's a lot of people in this room.
Yeah, we're getting there.
What's up, Mike?
Man, I am so sorry. We had steak and crab leg night tonight, and I got sidetracked, and I apologize.
Oh, you're good, man.
But there's some really good players on this list. But you want to know who has like the biggest disparity? between games played and interceptions thrown?
Jay Cutler.
Joe Willie Namath.
Really?
224 interceptions for 143 games played.
Damn.
I
He
never
wasn't
would.
good.
Now,
Yeah, he
you know
wasn't
why
good.
I say he is the biggest overrated quarterback to win a Super Bowl and make the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Broadway Joe?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good quarterbacks on this list.
No, there's a lot of good ones, but there's a couple of them you sit there and go, well, who the hell was that? And you look them up. Yeah, he was.
Even Bobby Lane is on here.
Oh, you're listening. Yep, he had two, including the playoffs, 255 to 179.
Hey, Jeremy, did you see my my koozie I ordered off of Amazon and got delivered to the house today?
Was it the Lions one?
It was.
Yeah, I saw that. I love it. A Vikings fan got a Lions koozie.
Hey,
What the hell's going on?
hey, I said when there's no other good koozies around, I got to get this, the second best. So
Right, because you couldn't find a Packer one then, huh?
yeah.
no,
Those
there.
were
I
also
mean,
about.
you have to enter into the LBGQ2, TQB1.
Oh, you wanted the Bears.
That was Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Bears. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you
And
get
the
you get the
Packers, I mean,
you get the
whenever
Green Bay koozies on the History Channel. That's what you
Yeah,
get
well,
there.
whenever you type that in, I mean, it brings up Chicago and Green Bay, so you have to go to a subsection to where you can actually get a decent koozie where you're not registered as a pedophile.
All right, go blow your.
Oh, I love Megan. Len
Yeah,
Burn. She has a
Len
Len
Barney.
Barney designed helmet on herself. I got an Eric Hipple one right here in my hand.
Hey,
Mister, I'll
Megan,
look up at the
by any
ceiling.
chance, do you have a PhD in breakdancing?
Who?
Megan, I asked if you had a PhD in breakdancing. Somebody
You-
got that one.
Yeah. Those Olympic. That's the stupidest sport you could put in Olympics.
Hey,
Really?
Jeremy, I really
hell outta here.
enjoyed seeing your helmets today, brother.
1985 called.
That was an awesome find.
That one right there.
Yeah.
I like that I put St. Brown up here, because now that the Lions beat the Rams in the playoffs, it's the better trade.
So what did I miss in the hour I was gone? Did we talk about how well how well JJ McCarthy looked?
Oh, yeah, he looked great versus those backups.
He was 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, right?
He's a bum.
One
One
interception,
interception.
Yeah, one.
2 touchdowns, 188 yards, and a 118.6 QBR.
And that's great. I'm glad he did it against a bunch of backups, but it was the typical Michigan hide them away stat line for an entire game. Under 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He still needs to work on decision making.
How did Sam Darnold look?
He was 5 for 6 for 46 yards.
4 for 8
For 4 for 8.
for
Yeah.
59. But I mean, he played with the ones, right?
Yeah, he moved the ball. He looked good. He really did. So I think he's going to be all right. I got into an argument. I got kicked out of one of our NFC North shit talking groups today because I said that Caleb Williams was mediocre at best, and the next thing you know, I was removed. So
Of course you were.
yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he had an average first start.
But he was 2 for 2 when they pulled him.
Who?
Caleb, right?
No, he finished 4 for 7 for 95 yards, and he had 1 run for 13.
Yeah, and he had a
They said he
QBR.
played pretty well. He played pretty well.
106, I think it was.
It was the ones against the ones in that game.
Right.
Have your phone, babe. I mean, he honestly he looked good. I think like JJ McCarthy's thing is his footwork was not what it needs to be on the NFL level. He's got a lot of work to do. Darnold looked good. Honestly, Caleb Williams did look decent.
Mhm.
And, it's going to be an interesting year, guy, in NFC North.
Oh yeah. Shit.
But they were
It's
playing
gonna
the
be a
Raiders.
real interesting
Who was
year, I
playing
think.
the Raiders?
Go
Who
ahead,
was-
JB. Sorry, I was talking over you.
Who was it? Who was playing the Raiders this week?
That would have been my wife,
Minnesota.
Jeremy.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world.
Stop it. Stop it.
No, it does.
I'm gonna
It
boycott buying tires from Flint, Michigan. I'm gonna start drinking the water.
Don't drink the water. Don't do
drink the
that.
water. I don't
Don't
want
drink the
to
water. I don't want no harm coming to you, Mike. You all right with me, guy? Don't do that.
You know, it's just you're talking. That's what we do.
Stay away from that damn Flint water, man.
Well, I mean, Jeremy's been drinking it, so I guess it will be all right.
No, I have well water. I'm not that stupid.
Vikings blow goats.
Vikings also blow goats. Oh, Donkey Kong's coming in hot tonight.
Maybe they blow donkeys too.
Hey, so I just have to say I'm happy to be here with you guys right now. I lost my AC unit at about 2:30 last night on a brand new train unit that I purchased and put in for $9,000 less than 12 months ago.
Wow.
Both capacitors, the startup relay, the what they call the hard kick down switch, and some other shit went wrong with it. And about 2 hours ago, they finally finished replacing everything except for the compressor in my outside unit. My wife was talking about a 5-star hotel because she can't deal with no AC. So I'm happy to be on here with you right now. She's happy. The house is cooling. My dogs are good. I got a glass of wine and just got done eating T-bone with some crab legs. So we're
good in the neighborhood. There you go.
We're a happy family in the Johnson household in Texas.
There you go.
Oh, Ralph, it was a good day.
Happy wife makes a happy life. There you go.
How did
Happy
neighbors
spouse,
show
happy
he
spouse.
struggled with his speed? Because on that play that everybody shows the one angle where it looked like he's wide open, doesn't show the fact the safety's over the top and they're playing zone defense.
JB, don't even be a homer about it. He was open on 8 of the 9 freaking plays.
I think you're
Was
being
he
a homer
targeted?
about it, bro.
Was he targeted? Was he
No, he wasn't targeted, but he was wide open, like 5 yards of separation. So don't even go that way.
Okay.
Be real about it. No,
Okay.
Shut up. Be real about it, dude.
No, I am
Good.
being real about it.
Uh-huh. You ain't being real about it.
I'm gonna go get
That
every
was a
freaking
case.
clip and send
You
it
know,
to
he
And
was
then you're
looking.
gonna
He
say I
was
right
looking.
and that you were an asshole.
No,
No, I'm saying in that play when
you're gonna.
Raiders
You're,
in zone,
and you can send all them videos you want. You're gonna always put a couple of inches is gonna be 5 yards to you. That ain't fucking separation, dude.
The
First
fact
off,
that you probably didn't
second
even
off,
watch
if
the
he was
game
that
means you
fucking
know
wide
shit.
open, he would have been thrown to. Because that's
It was
all the fucking
Drew Lock, dude. Blow a goat, douchebag.
Drew Lock would have found. He was looking for him the whole game.
Yes,
Here's an
Patty,
opinion
the
that
crab
reflected
legs were
your
good.
orange ray.
Actually, you know what, B? I'm gonna be a little nicer. Please asphyxiate on a satchel full of Richards, and then regurgitate it and asphyxiate on it again.
On Doom.
Oh, that's great.
Is Joe Milton going to be a thorn
Just
for Drake? Like
all that shit just to be saying that your 5 inches is 5 yards. That's cool. Is that
That's
the way
what
you
his
measure
wife
your
says,
jump?
too.
Then you measure anything else. I guess that's what you got to do. I know how you New Jersey guys operate.
Hey, he's been
Hey,
very.
Thrilla.
Because there ain't nothing but hurt feelings at the top.
Hey,
Oh,
Thrilla.
ain't no hurt feelings.
Hey, she's been telling him that's 12 inches for 10 years, so it's all good, bro.
Is that age-old joke true there, Von Doom?
What?
She told you give her 12 inches, make her bleed, so you poked her 6 times and punched her in the mouth?
I'm nicer than that. Punch her in the asshole.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'm on my. Hi,
Hi, Mrs. Leonard.
babe. Come
I
here.
see you in the background.
Come here. You want to say hi to one? Come here.
She said, "Hell no, I ain't getting on there."
She's like,
I don't blame
she's
her.
Like, look. She's like, look at your Facebook. I said, I'm in the middle of a podcast. She's like, look at your Facebook. I said, well, come here and say hi. And she's like, no. And she just took off and went in the house.
Smart woman.
Oh.
She
No,
won't
but
get
there was
caught
a
up in
couple
any
of
of this.
there was a couple of snooze fests. This is why men can't reverse park. They're mistaken what 9 inches means. Oh yeah, not me.
Well, it's because we have trust issues and you women keep fucking lying to us all the time.
I always say I'm hung like a tic tac. Come get your fresh breath.
I mean, I'm hung like a field mouse and I can run like one too. So
I've heard that one too. Except I heard it said it was like I'm hung like a field mouse. You seen them fuckers run?
You can always compare your junk to a horse because you know it's always by girth. I mean, it's always by ratio to the body mass versus ratio. I love that one. That's a good one too.
well, I'm definitely not going to be comparing myself to a horse in the background of my picture, bro. So I mean,
Oh,
settle
I love
down.
JP not that much. Oh, and Orlando says, "Hey Megan, I got to bring up that Aussie break dancer. What was she do? You actually watched that part of the Olympics, Orlando? You must have been really bored."
I mean, I seen it on the highlights at ESPN. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?"
Yeah,
It was bad.
I had some of my Facebook buddies
That's
posting that.
insulting the horse, Mike. But, overall, it was a great day. I had a lot of fun being at camp, seeing what I saw. Houston was not taking any part in any of the team activities. He was working out with trainers, believed to be a hammy now. I think that the ankle's not healed.
Yeah, I think his time's about to come to close here.
I mean, I personally had him on Bubble Watch. Oh, you didn't. She went viral. Okay. I haven't been paying attention to that. I've been watching football all day, live and in person.
Well, so did the girl who fucked up the whole national anthem at the All-Star game. She went viral too, but it doesn't necessarily mean it was for the right reasons.
Right.
Most people who go viral these days, it's either for a bad joke, a prank, or the wrong reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am so glad that when I did all my stupid bullshit before I was 30, camera phones weren't invented.
That's a valid point, JB. I'm telling you right now, I thank Jesus there was no social media or no video, of the dumb shit that we did.
I can tell the stories because they're hilarious. Like, I took a chick home from the bar I was a bouncer at, and my roommate was my best friend that was one of the other bouncers. And he stayed after and got drunk with the owners after they closed because they allowed you to get a drink or two. Well, they drank till 6 a.m. and he comes back. It was his turn to have the bedroom, so I'm in the living room. He trips and falls and puts his hand on my back, and I go, "Turbo boost!"
That's horrifying.
The break
That's
dancer and
great.
the French pole vaulter. Did you hear what Bob Meanery said? You know how he does all those jokes about the sport stuff?
Yeah.
He goes, and this guy looks like a model as he starts to go for the Olympic record, and he's going over, and holy horse cock, it knocked the pole off.
Damn.
Hey, one question. I just kind of want to solidify my own peace of mind and well thinking. Did anybody feel a little bit out of place when Brittany Griner got handed her Olympic gold medal, today?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that felt that way.
That's Mr. Brittany Griner to you.
What, dude? She got a deeper voice than me, and her pecker's probably bigger as well.
Well,
That's not a good
I'm
vision.
going to feel awful whenever they give either one of those boxers the gold medal either.
That's not a good vision.
Like I said, I'm hung like a field mouse, and I'm fast like one too. Andale, 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 Eva, Eva.
I still like mine. I'm hung like a Tic Tac. Come get your fresh breath.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm quite sure they did.
What else did I miss, guys? You know, I'm 50
No, I just
minutes
I
and
threw up
36 seconds into not hanging out with you, and I feel bad.
You're good,
I
bro.
threw up some pictures from my day, you know, going to the Pro Sports Dome, meeting a few podcasters. That's Jeff Iafredi and Booner on the right hand side of the screen. On the left hand side of me, that's Trace, who's been in the chat a few times. Will Rock and Eric of the Rocked On podcast.
Yeah, Ren Tamaki. Yeah, he just posted some. He just
That
posted some
dude's
pictures
got
on Facebook.
about as
Yep.
majestic of a beard as I do.
Yeah, he does have
That's
a
what I
good
get
beard.
to look forward to. I mean, I'm trying, guys. I mean, I got like 9 inches of beard here. That dude's like,
I hear you. I'm trying to get ZZ top level myself.
He's
I'm
there. He's there.
yeah, that's majestic, bro. I mean, he walks in the room, he demands fucking some attention.
Mhm.
And I tried to get hired as an assistant coach at the podium today.
That's a good pick.
You could have took the Aaron Glenn route.
No,
No, you didn't have your knee pads.
no, I don't do that, sir.
I mean, Joe Barry got a job. So
Dan
you still
Campbell
got a
actually
shot.
addressed that this morning. They're not bringing anybody in. They are going to run with what we got. It looks like more than likely when Booker's out of concussion protocol, he's our QB2.
Well, Dan said they were looking into it. He had
Yeah.
they were going to look into it. So depending on what happens today or tomorrow and Tuesday, that's what he said. Him and Brad were talking about. So we'll see.
That pic got me so giddy, titty cleavage. You're so wrong.
You know,
There's nobody.
JB.
Orlando, there ain't really nobody out there that's left. JJ McCarron is about the only person I would probably bring in.
Oh, Corey, that's evil. How dare you say that about me? I thought I seen Brad Childress there for a minute.
Oh,
that's
Jesus Christ.
I'm not even that ugly.
No, man. I mean, hey, JB, I love you, bro. You're a great dude, and you don't look anything like Ned Flanders. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you. Ned Flanders, I love it.
Diddly dee.
Who the hell left out of there? Put that pick up again. Oh, okay.
Howdy ho, good neighbor. Yeah, no, Ned, no Brad Childress, no Ned Flanders. That's our smoking JB. You're all right.
Hey, that's mostly muscle. They don't shake too much.
Damn, Orlando, you really are into titties, aren't you?
Yes, he is.
No.
That
it's just
Stefan
JB
Zoom went off
titties.
camera. He had his psychotic abilities kick in that Orlando's coming. Oh, I know you're joking. I love it. Hey, we're all about having fun, but we can get into the good and the bad of the New York Giants game for the Lions because I actually have the PFF scores here.
It was actually good.
Yeah, I'm starting with the bad.
That's a list.
Is that the first 3 quarters?
That's the whole game.
Yeah.
And anything below a 60 is considered below average.
I can't even zoom into this, Jeremy. So you're gonna have
I'll
to
read it off.
elaborate.
I'll read it off. I'll start from the bottom. The worst player on offense was Nate Suckfeld.
Suckfeld. Yeah.
Second was Giovanni Manu. Then it was
Yeah,
Jameer
yeah, yeah,
Jefferson,
yeah. Nope.
Tom Kennedy, Ike Becker, Hendon Hooker, Sean McKeon, Greg Reynolds, Colby Sorsdahl, Therese Fontaine, Traquan Smith. I didn't even know he was on the field. That's how bad he was. But Caden Davis, uh, Jake, Jalen Calhoun, Kingsley Egekun, Jake Funk, and I don't think Antoine Cream was as bad as they have him ranked there because he was 3 for 3 on his catches.
Yeah, but his route running sucked. I watched that game.
I know. I didn't say his route running was great. I'm saying he made the catch.
Yeah,
Unless
well,
he only
he
fan.
made the catch, but how bad was the secondary to be able to make that catch?
Now that one I can actually go for. Is that Rod Marinelli? I see the resemblance. I'm bald. We're both white.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. Donovan Knight did okay as far as the run grade they said, but I didn't see it. James
So
Mitchell,
17 out of 31 players were below 60.
right?
That's a damn
That's
shame.
that's just the first one. Now let's go to the good side of that. I think.
Well, hang on. Before you go to the good side,
Okay.
in the words of my second most favorite Lions fan out there, JB,
Okay.
it's just preseason, bro. I don't give a shit.
I know. I get it. It is just preseason, but it's knowing your depth because that's all there was. The very
Hey,
good.
that was a plug to you there, bro. I hope you heard that.
I heard that. Thank you, sir.
Wow, they got
But,
Maurice. Now, how did Maurice get a 61.3? That dude was terrible.
Yeah,
He
I don't
fumbled
get it
2 kicks.
and I barely seen him catch the ball. But number one was Duke Clemens, the backup center. He had an amazing game there in the second half. Dan Skipper was there. Connor Galvin, he got a good grade, but he was barely on the field. I don't think that should count. Sion Vaki, for what they used him, he did a good job. Parker Hess was great out there. Coyote Awasika, Donovan People-Jones, and then from there, after you get to that 61, we know all of them.
Isaiah, Michael Nice.
I did see a meme with the Packers. I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but he was all covered in this sticky white shit that they were so happy that Jordan Love actually threw a touchdown. I don't know if y'all seen that or not on Facebook.
It reminds me of seeing the guy that was from South Park in front of the computer, and it showed a picture of whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I saw.
Okay. But this was the defense. And as you can see, there was a few more good ones than there were on offense. Where's Wingo? I thought he played great. Well, according to this, Mekhi Wingo was the second worst defender on the field. Mekhi Wingo got a 29.3 and a 27.7 in run defense because he was in both times. Eric Gray ran right past him.
Who?
Yeah, you know who was
who.
on him. I said it. The only 2 touchdowns in the game, they weren't by passing.
Nope.
Hence why I need us to lose all the games so we can get a quarterback. I've been saying this for months, if not years.
Maurice Norris was down there, Chris Smith,
and they're just going to go ahead and get rid of Daniel Jones as soon as they get a new quarterback, right? Because they paid him all that money for nothing.
We get out of his contract this year. It's the only year possible without taking a $60 million plus hit. It's only an 18 or 19 million one this year.
But I like the names at the top because that tells you all you needed to know on who had a great game.
I'm going to bed.
Are you trying to get the wife on camera again?
Oh, she just straight up said, "Hey, you go do your thing. I'm going to bed."
Okay. You tried to sneak it in there, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I thought so. You got caught.
I'm trying to get her to be exposed because she is a big Cowboys fan, and
Yeah.
You don't want to put her on.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put her on, man. Don't do that.
But so far, there was a lot more good than bad with the defense. And it shows because, we only gave up 14 points. You can say what you want. The way that game was played, it should have been worse. This just in, Packers give Lions a first-round pick for Nate Sutbuck. So,
Yeah, no, we actually have a real quarterback.
yeah, but I don't know if you got real backups.
Yeah, that's what
That's
we're not going to get into.
they're realer than the ones we got.
Hey,
Not
y'all
by much.
do
Yes,
see,
man, not by
y'all do
much,
see that Minnesota's going to end up signing Gilmore on Monday, right?
probably.
That's going to be good.
Yeah,
You
I know that's the title, and PFF says that he was full of donkey shit. And because I watched the game, and I watched Mekhi Wingo get burnt as Eric Gray stiff-armed him at the line and go through right between the guard and the tackle and busted off the first touchdown run. And then he was behind the line and didn't wrap up Eric Gray, who broke the tackle, and ran for the second touchdown run. So I did not see this great film review he's talking about. And he's a rookie. We should expect stuff like this to happen. He's learning the position, coming out of college, going up against some vets and some other rookies, but strong NFL offensive linemen. Stuff's going to happen. Eric Gray's in his second year. That's like saying, okay, you're brand new to the job. I taught you it 2 days ago. Now go do it by yourself and don't ask me a question.
Oh, you mean that's not how it's supposed to be? Shit.
Right.
Hang on.
Yeah, I know.
You never worked for Comcast.
You're right. I never did.
Hey, let me hang on a second. You work for Comcast, B? Let me fucking find out, bro. I got a bone to pick with you about my internet service.
Oh, he hasn't worked for him for a while. He works for Pepsi now, but he's got to go see the doctor again, right?
Yep. Unfortunately. If it's like it was last time, I'm eating a bullet.
I saw the same title there, and I said, PFF gave him a 29.3. Sounds great to me. Sounds like elite talent.
I mean, hey guys, in all seriousness, all bullshit aside, all the top 5 quarterbacks that win in a draft, this year actually excelled and played well. I know that we're talking about defense, and I know we're talking about the Lions, but if you look at what Bo Nix did, what Jalen Daniels did, what J.J. McCarthy did, what Caleb Williams did,
Drake May did not do well at all, and he was in the top 5.
Yeah. But,
Bo Nix was not in the top 5.
Bo Nix actually did pretty decent. What was he?
I'm saying he
had 4 scores.
Right. So that play exactly. Interesting note how the coaching might affect the play. First, he fought off a double team while trying to clear for the linebacker. Yeah, he missed the running back, but what he was taught. I don't know. We were told he's really good at stuffing the run and okay at getting past pass rush. I didn't see it. And I did not see that elite game review. That if you put everything frame by frame, it may have looked great, but in real time, it did not look great. I'm just going, by the numbers, he had a horrible game. And the only one that had a worse game than him was James Houston.
Hey, all I know is the Vikings are undefeated in the North.
Oh, that's as
Take
important
good pride
right
in that,
now.
don't you?
That's as important right now as knowing how big the turd was you let this morning.
Hey, I mean, I don't even give a shit.
Hey, You
This
all
might
suck.
be the last
All of
time
us
the
suck.
whole year I can say this, guys. So just let me have this moment, okay?
Hey, I'll let you
everybody else sucks in this division because Chicago is 2-0.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it's because
You
they were
got a
sucking
point.
everybody's dick and got got a free for all.
Are you saying Caleb Williams is a screen door and everybody gets a turn?
Absolutely. That dude gets more use out of rubber than Goodyear.
You just
You
made him.
sound kind of jealous there, Mike.
Huh?
You sound kind of jealous there, Mike.
I mean, $20
Damn.
is $20 is $20, and I still ain't got paid. So yeah, I'm a little salty.
That's what she said. It was salty.
She did twice.
Oh man.
Shit.
Oh no, but camp was fun. But seeing that play specifically about JMO jumping up between three defenders in the practice today to set up the field goal, and then there's a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind going on gusting wise, and Jake Bates managed to put it through with the thinner practice uprights, put it right down the middle from Broad Street, 64 yards.
I mean, that's impressive, and especially in preseason.
Right, because the preseason practice squad ones, they're only 10-yard wide field goals.
That sounds cynical.
You know, isn't the standard one 15 or 20 yards wide, Ken?
I think, yeah.
Field? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be 15.
I mean, any kicker you look at that's booting 64-yard field goals in the first game of the preseason, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I don't care what you're doing.
No, it was 54 at New York Giants in the rain. But I'm saying today at practice it was 64 yards into a 10-yard wide upright.
Yeah.
That's impressive still.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm good from 6.4 yards, with the wind behind me.
Yeah, with a good stiff wind, I might hit 7 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's only if they lower the post to field level.
Well, if we're doing that, then shit, I can kick field goals too.
Right.
From 7
No,
yards.
you're lying. You're absolutely off track, bro. You're a Packers fan. You ain't kicking shit.
Oh,
Wide left.
just because we
Hey.
still have a kicking competition going on halfway through camp.
Yeah, well,
And
look
you
who
pick
you
up a
got.
third kicker to
I
do
mean,
it, too. That's the crazy thing.
I could probably kick a 30. Well, not kick one, but I could probably throw a 30-yard pass over the goal post.
No, we're not talking about throwing it. We're talking about kicking it.
Am I able to use my flat-tipped steel toe boot? If I'm able to
Can I
use
golf
that,
it?
clean on
Can I
the
golf it over?
Yes, George, you are. Yes.
If I,
Can I
if
golf it
I
over?
can use, if I can use that flat face cowboy boot that has the steel toes in it, I'm good.
Then if JB gets to use that, then I get to use a pinch hitter.
Hey, all I know is I really hope you guys sign Greg Joseph, and he is your kicker.
No,
I couldn't expect a better kicker for you.
No.
And hey, it's the best thing that's gonna happen, and I'm happy that it's gonna happen. Mark my words. Next week we'll have this talk, and Greg Joseph will be your kicker.
No,
Is
they're
it
doing everything they can to give it to Carlson because they know anything that comes out of the Vikings is already tainted.
Hey, you're gonna sign Greg Joseph as your kicker. Mark my words. We'll hey, let's circle back to this. And when I'm right, I do like a good Chardonnay or Bud Light or any kind of whiskey I'm fine with. Just let me know.
So when it's Anders Carlson, I can expect a bottle of Captain 100 from you.
You guys,
I mean
guys wanna hear what
that's
the-
absolutely fine by me.
you guys want to hear the argument about soccer people in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You guys know it's only the 6th most watched sporting event around the world, right? I said, there he goes, yeah, but there's only 33 million people in America and 116.5 million people watch it.
It kind of sounds like 2020 election numbers.
I
Yo, spot on.
You can fucking hate me later.
Oh boy. Sports Talk Detroit is saying, here we go. Detroit Lions just connected to trade for a QB. Clickbait Sports is out already.
Hey,
In full effect.
I mean, we can
did
give you
hey, do we hey JB, is there any truth behind Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland Browns that I seen before I hopped on here, or is that all bullshit?
I
Bullshit.
haven't heard that the original offer was that a week ago when they first backed out of it. That was the first offer that was offered. And then all of a sudden Pittsburgh comes in and says, wait a minute, we're interested again. It got hot and heavy. And they said, well, we want 2 first. And they basically told them to go blow goats.
No. They did not tell them they wanted 2 first. They said they wanted Fryermuth or Pickens. And those are the 2 guys they had off limits.
Either way, they said if they're not getting players, they want 2 first.
Yeah, but Leonard, they changed that. They changed what they wanted so many times to the Steelers. It wasn't even funny. They don't want to trade him. I keep trying to tell y'all, they don't want to trade him.
Well,
They're going to do anything they can in Knicks.
I seen that the 49ers opened up talks again with Ayuk, and then I seen that shit with the Cleveland Browns. And Leonard, you got to come on screen, bro. It's like talking to fucking Christmas past when all of a sudden you just pop in. We can't
Christmas
see you.
past.
All we can do is hear you, bro. There
I'm
you
trying
go.
not to smoke on screen, man.
Well, that
I
was
mean, I'm drinking like a fish on screen. You can smoke on screen. It's all good. We're having a good time.
Hey, he's hitting his vape. You're good.
Yeah.
That being said, it's been a blast, and I think that now that the first week of the roller coaster that is preseason football, where fans get too hyped or too upset every week over every little thing, including
We cannot hate each other again in a few days, JB.
I know it should be over already. The game's done. Here's your golf clap.
I'm gonna rub it in a little bit still, so that's why I said a couple days.
It don't hurt
I don't care.
because
It makes me
preseason.
feel better. I don't care. It ain't always about you.
Leave the guy alone. He's a fan of the Giants.
Rubbing
He's
your
only
junk the
like
right way
a
make you
couple
feel
times
good
a
too,
year.
but
Doesn't mean you need to do it on camera.
Orlando doesn't pay enough for me to stand up and whip it out on camera.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
scare us like that. We don't want to have the the magnifying glasses and stuff.
I know, man. You might have a heart attack and go get a little excited over there. Don't worry.
Hey,
about
I already said I couldn't zoom in on this shit, bro. I can't even read the comments.
What he said.
Mike, comment of the day.
Hey,
What he said. All right now.
and here's my rebuttal to that. What does any of that matter? As long as I get mine, that's all that matters, right?
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but at the end of the day, bro, you're still a Giants fan. So, I mean, here we are.
I know.
Oh,
Little
Hey,
victory.
you know what?
You're a Vikings
Little
fan.
bit.
Do you even know what a ring looks like?
Yeah, they
Hey,
got
fuck
they
you,
got to see
bro.
it as it was getting walked past them.
Hey, we've been there 4 times. I'm sorry. We had to give it up because of fucking political ratings.
Mike, you know what? Actually, man, you're lucky your wife's a Cowboys fan, because otherwise there's no way in hell you're ever getting married.
oh. Yeah. He went there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That's all good
Not-
though. Hey,
Not in this century, huh?
hey, but hey, look, she's not anywhere around. No one ever said she was the smartest woman in the world, but hey.
Can I show you a picture of the thing I hated?
The views by Mike Johnson are not.
Here we go.
Oh man.
I want to put that in there. I want to put that in there just because, she might go back and actually look at women are like that. They'll go back and look at video like, oh, this motherfucker just said.
all of my views and comments are specifically processed by B. He's been messaging me offline and told me to say this shit.
Yeah, don't be blaming me for that.
There we go. That's a +2. I have liquor. I don't care what anyone says. I can take you all on. Jim Beam never lies. That is a +2 comment if I ever seen it.
He must be drinking because he said Jim Beam, not Jim Beam.
You want a drink? Might as well.
Thought it was Jim Beam.
M and that damn it. What you drinking on over there, Leonard? Oh yeah, the Crown.
Crown Apple.
Crown Apple. Yep.
Did I just hear a bottle break?
Mind your business.
I
He dropped his glass.
King Boston showed up. Oh hell yeah!
I can't hold
Son
my
of a-
glass.
Bitch.
There you go. Dropped his glass.
Hey, guess
No.
what?
He
He
waste
spelled it
liquor.
right, B.
Huh?
It is Jim Beam with an
Oh, it
M.
was Jim Beam. Oh,
Yep.
that was
All of the views and expressions of Mike Johnson should not be considered in any of this tonight.
I heard the glass break, and I was waiting for the theme song. What?
Hey, you heard the glass break. I was waiting for fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out, but
That's what I'm
here
saying.
we are.
I was waiting for Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out and go, oh hell yeah!
Good thing the wife's in bed, or she'd be fucking whooping my ass right now. I just broke one of her good wine glasses.
See?
Oh, that's what you get for playing around.
Yeah, I
You
was
drink
talking.
out
I
of
was
the bottle,
talking.
bitch.
Yeah, I was talking shit, and
You're
look
supposed
what happened.
Yeah,
The worst thing is, Mike,
you whipped out your junk wine
if
glass.
you're a little tipsy and you broke a glass and you know your wife's going to kick your ass, boy, it's hard as hell to get all the pieces of
Video
glass
put
up.
into this
It's like
mouth.
shaky.
Hey, fuck that! I'm gonna tell her. Hey, B told me he'd give me $20 if he knocked your glass off the shelf.
Nope.
Oh, we're having way too much fun tonight.
Don't be dragging me in your problems.
Hey, can you send me that $20, bro? I need to replace this wine glass.
Oh,
It'll cost you.
shit.
Ain't amount of cleaning up you're going to be able to do, Mike, because you're going to be out there like CSI.
I'm already out here doing it. Irvin, give me the garden hose.
Jake Versus says Jeremy needs a rolling disclaimer with goofballs like me around. By the way, how is everyone doing? I can't think of a better study break than this.
You know what?
This might not be the best study break for you. Watching us, you might lose a few brain cells.
That's okay. Most of us lost our brain cells a year ago when we became fans of our teams, even when they weren't that good. Everybody has done it. Everybody here has done it.
Yeah.
And I had a Packer fan saying, "Oh, same old Packers." I said, "As long as you're talking 1980s style, you're good." And he goes, "What does that mean? I wasn't even born then." I said, "Go look it up. They
How
suck."
are we gonna say? Being a Packers fan, all you got to do is look back to Brett Favre's broken thumb season, and you had a bunch of woes that year.
But anything before Favre showed up,
Oh,
after Bart Starr and before Favre,
yeah, oh, yeah.
if you look at that era, if for a little while there, Detroit was starting to catch up.
Oh God, that's when you know you suck.
And then the past 30 years happened.
But you know what's sad?
Right.
We still didn't.
It'll take another.
That
30
tells you how much Detroit sucked.
It'll take another 30 years for us to tie.
Yeah.
And I'm not. That's no bullshit.
What is Jordan Love gonna have a heart attack?
He might.
Playing for 30 years.
Well,
Shit. I hope he ain't playing for 30 years. Dude, that dude's gonna be 60 throwing out there.
Hey, don't you fucking dare tell your mom I broke one of her good wine glasses.
He's gonna go tattletale on you like.
Oh yeah,
Nah, hey,
we're getting blown
my
in
solid.
first thing in the morning.
He
You
is.
broke my glass.
He's my solid son. He'll hold that over my head until he needs something.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a simple solution to this.
Hey, just
Say that
remember,
he insulted your wife and you broke
That's
the glass and threatened to cut him with it.
That's a good kid right there.
Yeah.
just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
You taught him well.
Hey,
Yeah,
just remember, Mike.
this son is solid as a brick. I ain't got to worry.
He'll be hot.
Hey, Mike, the new
Yep.
man.
I got you, pops. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the
James,
new
I
man
got
is
you,
out
all right.
tomorrow. Buy him that. Keep it silent.
Hey, I need a new motorcycle. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. James Burgess comes in with another good comment. My damage trained a long time ago. Cells wake up a person thanks to talk of football, Yoda says. And Corey Patterson says, yes, there was a time when everyone in our division looked at them like they did us.
Not many, but yeah.
That was a long, long
By the
time ago.
way,
When
Caleb
Steelers
looked
still
okay
remember.
this weekend. Not a report I wanted to make. It's preseason.
Yep.
That's my answer for every great or bad thing that happened. It's preseason.
Okay,
Right.
but preseason or not, Caleb still played against the ones where the other quarterbacks really didn't.
I understand that.
Preseason or not, Caleb Williams still likes penis.
Yeah, but so do you.
Oh.
I like mine. Does that count?
Yeah, but you like yours a little too much. That's the problem.
No, not at all.
But the difference is we get paid to like ours. He does it for free.
If you ask mine, hey, wait. If you ask mine, he'll tell you I hate him because I beat him till he pukes a lot.
$20.
Man.
Yes, I went there.
Again, I'm glad you say this on your show and not mine.
I know.
Be afraid.
Be very afraid.
Shit, I didn't know I needed an extra adult when I come on the show.
If we don't need an extra adult, we just need adult supervision.
Well, that's the extra adult.
Caleb likes other men's penis.
Make you feel dirty just saying penis.
Not really.
Well, you know what took so long for Caleb's contract negotiation? They had to get
Penis.
it. They had to get it in writing that him and Adunze get bunk beds for all the training camp.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, like my
Your supply of fingernail polish.
like my wife always tells me, she's like, babe, you know the difference between you and Superman? I said, no, what's that, babe? She's like, Superman has X-ray vision and you need supervision.
Yes. I like it.
I like your wife then.
So
She's
That was
already
fellas.
good.
She's invited as a Cowboy fan Wednesday. Tell her she's got to show up.
No, she's not. She was
Why?
not. She did not get this invite. We're not having her on. She could sit in there and watch Supernatural. We're not doing all this shit.
No balls.
We need a Cowboys fan.
Well, Dallas and Supernatural. What's the difference?
Yeah,
Make believe good seasons. Yeah, that's all fucking
I
to
know.
say.
That's what we're saying. It's all supernatural, anyways. I mean, shit. They haven't even been to the NFC Championship this millennium yet. The Lions have been there more than they have. Who'd have thought we'd have ever said that? Think about this.
You were just about to say that's sad.
No. Think about that
It is sad though.
for the Cowboys.
Hey, the Rams have been to more playoff games than the Cowboys have this millennium.
I understand that. All we got to do is get
Every
back
team.
and win one more, and we've won more than they have since '97.
Like I said like 3 weeks ago, the last time the Ram or the the Cowboys were in a playoff game. Now their cheerleaders are collecting Social Security.
Oh, that's the last time they won a Super Bowl. Yes, that is
Super
true.
Bowl, yeah. So, fellas, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm going to bed. I'm sorry I got a late
All right.
start. I do
okay.
I do appreciate you letting me in, but I hope you all have a good night. B, always a pleasure. JB, thank you so much. And to everybody else, we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
All right.
All right, Mike.
Have a good night,
Good
Bill.
night, man.
All right. Good night, guys.
He didn't even catch that. You heard what I said as he was leaving, right?
What'd
Have
you
a
say?
good night, field mouse man. Hey, Bearded Packer, looking like 50-50. I can make it to Ford Field North for Lions versus Packers this year.
I think your guys' ownership of Lambeau Field's coming to an end this year, so you get to watch it. You get to watch this Jordan Love crunch it down your throat.
You
Hopefully.
hope. You hope. Yeah.
I was gonna say I put the disclaimer in there.
Just like we hope.
You used the lion thing there, right there. Hope. That was old Lions adage right there. Hope.
Hey,
Hey,
the way he looked last year, I'm quite excited about the chances of it.
he had 9 great games out of the 19 he played.
Yeah, great games. He had good ones.
You had to think about that for a second on how
I
I
was
said.
making sure I was going to phrase it properly.
Because
I mean, I've also been hitting this sumbitch the whole show. So,
I
Oh, there you go.
that's what this show's for. Have fun.
well, in that case,
But Dad,
Hey,
I'm going to
let
tell
it
you,
can
like
do
I
what you
used
can
to
do.
tell the Lions fans in 2021, hopium is bad. There is a 12-step program. It's more addicted than methadone.
well, I'm
Not
I'm
even
gonna
half
take-
as rewarding.
I'm going to
Exactly.
I'm going to take the route of my old quarterback, and I'm taking whatever substance is coming around.
So, with him being on everything he's been on that's been rumored that's out there, the DHD, ayahuasca, all that stuff, have you read some of the side effects?
Oh, DMT, ayahuasca and DMT are the same thing. But
Who Asrod?
Yeah, Ashrod. One of the side effects is stiff joints and brittle bones.
Oh, that explains everything.
Exactly.
well, it wasn't his bones that broke on him,
No,
and
but
I
he
would
snapped the tendon quicker than he threw the
You-
football.
that's good old MetLife Field for you.
That's
Von
good old-
Bloom knows
that's-
exactly what I'm talking about.
The
That's
field
good old.
bullets.
I can't block anybody. My offensive line can't block anybody.
Well,
That's
you
what
went
that
out and
was.
see they went out and spent a whole shit ton of money this year. They said we ain't taking that chance again.
Right. James Burgess says, credit where it's due. Been to many road games. Packer fans treats us visitors about as good as it gets.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
We
and
brought-
I'm quite sure they can say the same thing pretty much when they came to Detroit. There's only been a few Packer fans that I've heard that's gotten fights, and 9 times out of 10, it's because they ran their mouth.
Mhm.
You want to
Yeah,
have a good experience at a game? Go to an Eagles game.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
Oh,
They are.
That's like going to Soldier Field and not expecting your hubcaps to be gone when you come out.
Yeah. Or that's why I don't like. I will never go to a Chicago game away or here because they talk so much stuff. I'm like, man, if you don't shut the hell up over my damn ear,
Somebody
I'm gonna
did
punch
it.
your face. The last time I went to a game with Chicago Bear fans, they started a fight. This is at the Silverdome though, and they started a fight up there, and it just rolled all the way down the aisles. It was like everybody was getting into a brawl with the Chicago fans. They just a bunch of assholes, man. That's all they are. I mean, we talk a lot of stuff. You know, the fans in general in the NFC North talk a lot of junk up to each other, but you still have like with the Packers and the Vikings, you still got kind of respect, man. The Chicago fans, they're a bunch of idiots.
Oh, now you see why us Packer fans go so hard at them. Because
Mhm.
with you guys, it's more, just kind of like poking jabs at your brother. Them, it's okay. Really, asshole? Now I'm gonna rub it in.
Yeah.
I still have yet to see John Dorn and Paul Merkel in the same place. That is John Dorn Jr.
Yeah, he's trying to do his best impression of Doran and failing epically because he believes half the shit he writes.
Right, but
Or at least when Dorn puts it out there, he doesn't believe most of it. He's just trying to
Right.
get under your skin.
That's what he always says too. I'm just trying to
Oh.
get to you. Well, stop writing stuff that's trying to get to people, man. Shut up, because you sound stupid as hell when you do it.
right. Like Ryan Poles coming out last year before the season. We're coming for the North and we're never going to give it back.
We're waiting for you
later,
to even sniff it doing that.
Right. Last place. If last place is what you're talking about, you got that one sold, buddy.
Yeah, he was coming for the North. But what he failed,
Not
what the
giving it back.
microphone failed to pick up was he was saying we were coming
Basement.
for the North's basement.
There
Mhm.
you go. Yeah, he left that little tidbit out.
Yeah, Mom left the key underneath the mat, Bears fans. No, but all seriously, I don't think they're hitting the basement this year.
Yeah, with what's going on with the Vikings cornerback room, I really think it's going to be them. Even if their quarterback situation's all right, that corner's going to hurt them.
But they're talking about getting Gilmore. So.
I can't. They don't even have to say it. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it's actually Ryan slab holes.
Oh, Leonard's shoulder's killing him.
I was going to say that's exactly why you drafted Caleb.
Oh, now I know what character Von Doom reminds me of right now.
Uh-oh.
Dennis Quaid, Any Given Sunday. The captain. Torn shoulder, went out. Looked like a
That's how he feels like.
I know he does. I remember when he heard it the first time, and that was when we were on We Are Lions Nation.
Look at that. That's his medicine right there.
It is right there.
And a stupid amount of muscle relaxers and painkillers.
There you go. That's
And
a nice
he
mix.
numbed it,
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to lead to a hell of a feeling.
That's going to lead to he might be able to sleep tonight.
And hopefully wake up tomorrow.
Hey, if I go to sleep, does it really matter?
Hey, you got a point.
When you're in that much pain, you can't sleep. I know. Been there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ryan smoke poles.
That's what we were all laughing at. You just saw it. +3 to James tonight so far. Jennifer Matthews. Damn it. Any Given Sunday means I got to throw on Bill Withers use me again. Yes. It is very good to see you.
And
How are
where
you
is
doing,
Jennifer
Jennifer?
from? How do you know Jennifer, JB?
She is a Panthers fan. I know her through Scott, Candy, and Sideline Sports. She's one of the 3 Chicks and Salsa podcasts. Or 3 Chicks in a Pod, Chicks and Salsa. They do quite a few good podcasts. I've been on there a few times.
Oh
Met
no.
them all through Scott. But yes, Jennifer is awesome.
I'm going to have to go check Jennifer out.
There's her, Megan Price, and Candy. And Carrie Johnson with the Chiefs fan.
Well, damn.
Candy, of course, is a Packer fan.
Oh, then she gets a +1.
That's my publisher's wife.
I
She
bet.
does all the pictures at sporting events they go to.
I might have to catch a podcast.
Love you,
Might
Jan.
have.
Oh man, it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this podcast because there's no set time frame. We can go up to 2 hours. We can make it a blast, and it's every now and then it's nice to get people of the other side in there. But we had a game that was an NFC North team and an NFC East team, so that's why we had to talk about it for a while.
I was gonna say you call that a game.
Hey, Matthew.
And I understand we played at the Field of Knees, and it took another one. Connor Galvin went down with a knee injury.
Hey, JB, do you know why so many fat white dudes are Packers fans?
Uh-oh.
No.
Because that way, when they find a chick, all they gotta do is pull that cheese head over her freaking face. That way, they can still get some.
What's the score? What's the score? Let's see. The offense beat the defense 21-18 today because Jake Bates nailed a 64-yard field goal.
Dude, we should hop on one night after a game and just give the completely wrong freaking updates and stats and scores and everything. Just fuck with people.
No, this is what we'll do. We'll do the normal stuff that we always do on Monday. One of these Tuesday nights, we're going to call it the completely off night and just go off the rails with everything.
Nah, man, we just do it one night and don't tell them about it.
Oh, okay. I was
And
going to
just
make
see how many people in the chat will go along with it.
Man, did you see Bo Callahan play there for Denver?
Oh, Callahan.
I still say he's going to stay football in Denver.
That's the best.
No.
I still say that's the best quarterback name.
Brent, since you just
Bo
got
Nix.
here, who was our quarterback? It was Goff for the ones, and it still was Suckfelt for the twos. They didn't leave him in New York on the tarmac.
Damn.
Contrary to some reports we saw. But the day started out at Pro Sports Zone. Had some fun. Trace, another fan, Lions fan, Mike Garrity, myself, and then Eric. I never. What? How do you say that name again?
Oh shit! Don't get me to lying. I said it because I was looking at it.
Oh, okay.
See, I posted
It's
that.
Eric
Remnisky, something like that. Rentamaki. Rentamaki.
But then we ran into Jeff Iafrady and Booner and Will Rock.
Brent, actually, no, you guys didn't win. It was 14-3 Giants.
Yeah, 14-3 Giants. They won because Eric Gray ran past Mekhi Wingo like he wasn't there.
I don't know how you think Von Doom is acting salty. He hasn't been acting salty the whole time he's been out here.
Von Doom's in pain.
Yeah, he's in pain. That's what that is. That's pain, not salty. If he's salty against the shoulder. That's what it is.
When he's salty, we all know it because he's just an ass to everybody.
Everybody. Like, if the Giants win more than 3 games, you'll see how salty I can be.
Oh, you're winning more than 3 games.
I told you, man. I'm going to bet $100 on the Lions every goddamn week. You keep putting that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You know what happens when I bet on the Lions.
Hey,
so you only bet on them 5 times last year?
Each of the Packers games?
Literally. Every time that I freaking bet on the Lions, they lose. But the one time I bet on them to lose, they win a game. They have no business winning. Bastards.
It's great.
Well, that wasn't last season because they had a business with winning all their games that they won.
No, they did not. They had no business winning week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They were a better team.
That being said, it was a blast. The training camp was a blast. I got to meet Lions quarterback Eric Hipple.
Yeah, Eric Hipple looks old as.
That's what I was just thinking.
He looks old.
You know who he looks like? He
The
looks
Pontiac
like
Silverdome ceiling.
Family Guy.
Ah!
Do you not see it? Look. Come
Does
here,
he have
son.
pop-
I got a popsicle.
It looks like Mr. Mackey.
He got a nice tan there. I guess it's from that Silverdome lighting, that roof lighting.
Well, it takes a while before somebody agrees to go for the popsicles in the basement.
Von Doom, this has been the case since Let There Be Light. Don't sew it. Oh man. Or don't do it. Okay, gotcha. You fat fingered the keyboard again. I know, Burgess. It's not your girl. Slow down.
I was gonna say, didn't you watch The Simpsons growing up? You can get yourself one of those dialer sticks.
The stylus, yeah. That being said, I want to
It's the only
say
good thing for fat fingers are good for. Unless you're Caleb. But anyway.
Well, they might still be good for that, but you don't want to talk about that.
Caleb studying for his proctologist again, boys. Come on.
Go Bears!
I know you suck at typing. I see it. I knew what you meant that time. I sick at tipping him.
I'm sick at timing. It can be timing, typing, it can be all kinds of stuff. Typing and timing together. There you go.
But we did go have a good dinner last night. We went to Twin Peaks there down in Sterling Heights. I'll tell you what, I give it 2 thumbs up and swing.
I used to work right across from there at North American Bank Card. It's called North now. I used
Okay.
to work right across from there. I used to go there all the time. After that, watch Lion games, watch peaks, valleys. It's an upper class Hooters. That's what I call it.
Yeah, it is. They have
Upper
better
class
looking
Hooters.
girls than the Hooters girls are. Because the
And the
Hooters
food's,
girls in
and the
Michigan
food's better. The food's better. The dynamic is better. Well, I can't say all the girls are good. There's a couple of them that I saw.
This one he typed right. On the other hand, I am not allowed to play in that side of the sandbox because that's where the leprechauns tell me to burn things. What are you talking about, Caleb Lee? Oh shit. Well, all I know is that this division is the Lions, the Packers to lose without us even playing a game yet.
Yep.
I just feel like they're the 2 best rosters in this division overall,
Yep.
offense and defense combined. There's questions on the Bears offense, and that's mostly the O-line. There's question on the Vikings defense on if they're going to resurrect somebody like Jesus Christ to play corner or not.
Gilmore.
I just lost it on that one.
Said resurrection.
That was fucking horrible.
They graded
I'm fucking you for it.
I did that to Mike last week. I said, "Well, who are you going to resurrect to be your corner? You going to go back and get somebody that's been in the Hall of Fame since before you
Paul
guys
Krause.
went on your 0 for 4 Super Bowl run?"
Paul Krause.
It's okay. On the Frozen Tundra show, we were talking about the Vikings corners, and they were asking who they were going to get at corner. And I was saying something along the lines of they're going to have to perform a seance.
They could always bring back Patrick Peterson. That'd be just as bad as resurrecting Kyrie.
Well, I think Stephon Gilmore's about at that level now in his career.
I know, because Dewan Bland bailing out the short passes when Gilmore was out of position, they wouldn't have even had as many wins as they had. This
Yeah,
has
in
been
fact,
exactly the therapy I need from study burnout. Thanks to all of you.
one of the safeties, one of the safeties is getting old.
I mean, Harris is
He's getting old.
He is old. Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say he's got his AARP card, and he got that 5 years ago.
wow. But anyway,
Hey,
yeah, one
fun
foot
fact.
in the
Fun
other
fact.
one.
Speaking of resurrections and Paul Krause, do you know Paul Krause is from Flint, Michigan?
Yes, I do. I
There
went
you
to
go.
the school he graduated from. It's Bendel High School. His
There you go.
records are still on the wall. He had
Yeah.
records for interceptions back then, just like he still has the career interceptions in the NFL at 81. And I don't care if we are playing 17 games a year, nobody will ever be it because they'll never play as long as he did. Not at safety.
And he was a safety. He got 81 interceptions. A safety.
When they didn't throw the ball as much.
A safety, though.
And he did it when it was 12 games a year.
Hey, Minnesota can make that cut. He's only 82.
They could bring him back. They could bring him back.
You can get him a couple interceptions. That might be enough to tip the scales.
It's been fun, but I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. I see it, Von Doom.
All
All right.
All right, brother.
If you're feeling
Take
better
it easy with that shoulder, man.
If not, I'll go solo.
All right, man. Yep,
All right.
later.
That was it.
And James Rogers said, I dated Paul's niece. I lived in Grand Blanc, which is right next to Burton here by Flint. Yeah, I actually live in Burton. So, yeah, Bendel's in Burton.
Oh, he actually played for the Washington Redskins first. Huh?
Grand Funk, as in the railroad, is also a Michigan product. We're an American
So he's
band.
ready for the world.
Yep. They actually were a garage band when I lived on Albert, Brunswick. They lived on Albert. They were about 2 blocks away from me. And on a Friday night, around 9:30, 10 o'clock, you could hear them practice.
I'm sure to the chagrin of the whole neighborhood.
Not to us kids. We liked it.
Oh, of course. It's ready for the world.
No, I mean, we just heard music. We were loving it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't care if something's loud. You hear a party, you walk by, and you sit there and listen to the music when you're a kid. Not these days.
Yeah, I was in high school when they
Go outside
started
and
getting popular.
drink plague water.
Yeah, can't play in that water now.
Yeah, you can. You just come out looking like the Simpsons fish.
Paul Krause was a bona fide badass and an integral part of the Purple People team.
Yep, he was. He's a safety that caught 81 freaking interceptions. I mean, damn. Cornerbacks
Even though
got more of a chance to get the ball than safeties do.
usually,
That's just amazing in itself.
yeah, I mean, 81 interceptions in a career. What was it, 12 years, 13 years as a safety? And we've had some great ones play the game and not get close.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Darrell Revis like second on that list?
Mm-mm.
Or is it prime time?
Mm-mm.
No? Who's second?
The one that's closest that most recently plays was Rod Woodson and Charles Woodson, actually.
Oh, wow. For the longest time, though, it was Darrell Revis. And then Charles Woodson got a few interceptions after he was out of it. I know
I don't think Darrell.
Right? Darrell Revis was up there, I thought. Him and Prime.
No, I don't think Darrell.
Yeah, Darrell Reeves wasn't one of those guys up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Yeah. He was more, he's going to slap it from you than take it from you.
You're right. So Emlyn Tunnel, he had 79. Rod Woodson is the closest to that. I don't know too much about Tunnel,
Yeah, I don't
but
know who he is either.
Rod Woodson had 71. So
Nice.
he came 10.
Dick Night Train Lane is fourth with 68. Penn Riley had 65.
Charles Woodson
had
is tied with him.
65.
Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott, Darren Sharper. I love Darren Sharper. I wasn't a big Green. Obviously, I'm not a big Green Bay fan, but there's a couple of players that I really liked on their team. Darren Sharper was one of them. I thought he was a baller.
Yeah.
The other one was Sterling Sharp. Speaking of Sharp,
Oh, Emmett
I
Thomas.
think he should be in the Hall of Fame. What you think?
Yeah, he should be, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to ever get in just because of how short his career was. I think they're holding that too much against him.
I tell you, that dude is on the same level as Jerry Rice.
Oh, absolutely.
Same level.
He was on pace to break a lot of Rice's records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like the Bo Jackson thing too. If Bo Jackson's career would have lasted more than it did, he would have shattered a lot of records.
Mhm.
Bo Jackson was just a phenom.
There's actually 4 Lions in that top 20 list.
Well, yeah,
Dick
one of them
Night
coached
Train
the
Dick
one of them
LeBeau,
coached the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dick LeBeau. Yep.
Mel Blount,
Mm-hmm.
and Lem Barney.
Yep. And
You
those,
would
and all of them were in the 50s. And guess
I
what
was-
happened?
I was about to say, for fans that don't like history, you sure like those stats.
Hey, that's
I
what
was
it is. It's
shocked to
history.
see 4 Lions in it. That's what I was getting at. But Mel Blount played in the 60s, and so did Lem Barney. Because Lem Barney was on the team in 1971, and this is key. And I'm going to say why. Because Mel Blount, Lem Barney sang background vocals for Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. And in 72, he tried out for the team.
That's funny.
Yeah, all those high vocals you hear in the background of that is Lem Barney and Mel Blount.
Woodson was terrible. Those 71 picks were luck. I said a Buckeyes fan.
That's awesome.
I don't care what nobody says. Charles Woodson was one of the best defensive backs to ever play this game.
Absolutely. I loved having him out there.
Dude won a Heisman.
Yep.
You know how hard it is for a defensive player to win a Heisman? I don't care if they say,
I was going to say, isn't he the only
Huh.
defensive player that's won a Heisman?
Yep.
And he didn't just play defensive back, though. He also was our punt returner. He was our
Kick returner, yeah.
and he played wide receiver.
I was about to say that there were a couple times
Because he was so talented, Michigan put him all over the place.
Right. And
That's how talented
Shit,
he was.
he even still did it in the pros because there were a couple times we even put him at receiver.
Mm-hmm.
but what he
Well,
was really good at, and it wasn't his reception, it wasn't his route running, it was the fact he could run block. If you saw Woodson and he was in the slot at Michigan, he was run blocking. If he was on the outside, he was going out for a pass because all he was pure speed in a straight line.
Yep.
Throw it deep and let him run under it.
And I mean, every team just about, well, the only 2 teams he played for is the Raiders and Packers, but both those teams used him as a receiver. In fact, when he first came to the Raiders, they were using him as a receiver.
Yep.
So,
Because they had a deep cornerback room at the time.
mm-hmm.
Woodson was as good as it gets, pure football. Yeah, every time Detroit Dom tries to say, what, because he's a state fan, what has Michigan ever put good in the NFL? Charles Woodson?
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Hey, we don't count Brady.
Puma?
Oh, you count Brady.
If you want to say
You're
it,
gonna
like
count Brady, damn it.
he says it, Amani Puma. All because he dogged Caleb.
Yeah. I bet you
He
will.
don't like me either.
I bet you one. I bet you Monday we'll still hear a reference to
Oh, I know.
it.
I heard a reference once a day all week to it.
Desmond Howard was okay.
Doesn't however, but it is time to get the sponsorships out of the way. This is Ken's favorite. He loves it when we do this one. It's FTP. What's that stand for, guys? Fuck the Packers.
Oh.
If you didn't
You
have
get a lot of hate when you're on top.
Right.
but you weren't on top last year, we are. Nope, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, no,
There you go. There you go.
Find
We're
out
getting
what
hated on too, so that's we understand.
Yeah. But that
Finally.
being said, the paying one is Brandon Service at the corner of Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road, right here in Flint, Michigan. Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Come on in and check us out. Used tires starting at $40. New tires, if you need them, call that number right there, 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself, and get yourself a quote. If you mention this ad when you're buying a set of tires, we will give you $10 off. And when I say we give you a quote, we beat most tire prices except on name brands because there's no wiggle room on name brands, people. But like if you just want an average run of the mill, good economy tire, like a 50,000 mile tire, we usually beat most of our competitors' prices by 50 to $100 a tire.
Okay, you can get me some tires, JB, but you got to bring them over to me personally and install them.
That includes a week stay and a ticket to the Green Bay versus Lions. At
Ken
your
said, "I'm not going to Flint, but bring Flint to me."
You gotta, hey JB, you gotta remember, I'm in New York.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. You're in New York. Yeah, okay.
I'll ship up to Dan and we'll pay for that.
The actual New York.
No, yeah, New York State.
Okay.
I'm right off of Lake Ontario.
Take a look at the list of
Okay.
linemen, defensive linemen, and offensive linemen. Michigan
Oh,
put it.
shit, you're in a shitstorm of sports
And
right
I
there.
am an
'Cause
MSU
you
guy.
got Buffalo on one side and the New Jersey teams on the other side.
Oh yeah, I'm actually in Buffalo secondary market.
You know, there's
So-
two cities that have more than 15 players in the NFL. Do you know what cities have them as far as high school kids that went on to college and then to the NFL? There's two cities that lead the entire United States, and both of them have 15 or more.
Chicago.
One is in this state where we live.
Detroit.
Detroit is number one with 19. Second is Bradenton, Florida with 16.
That's a freaking odd damn. What do you get? What do you got? Two high schools that are producing all the people that get into college.
Bradenton, Florida is just outside of Tampa, and there's some of those southern Tampa teams that actually border, and they're actually in the town of Bradenton. So they have like 6 high schools there.
Oh, so yeah, I figured that. You might just say Tampa.
But they're in Bradenton is the problem. That's what it goes by. Put it this way, Roshan Johnson, Ken's favorite running back, he's from Bradenton, Florida. Where was Brandon's when I ran over 3 mailboxes while tripping on peyote and flattened 3 out of 4? Oh, wait, my phone looked like a serpent, so I wouldn't touch it. My bad.
Damn.
Oh,
Jan.
that's when you were on the Ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers on that darkness retreat.
Right. That was a darkness retreat moment. That was. You weren't driving a truck. You were driving a dragon. That's what you were driving.
I don't think this part's funny. Listen here, Sonny.
He looks like the listen here, Sonny type of guy too.
Oh, thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in tomorrow at noon. It's been a great show. Thanks to Ken, Will, Mike, Don, Dan. I can't talk tonight. It's been a long fucking day. I can tell you that. I've been out in the sun too long. Now I know why those southern people are half retarded. Their brain gets cooked.
Sure, it's just that.
Absolutely, I don't drink. I don't do drugs.
I was gonna say, I think Bathtub Billy might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
That and the fact their family tree doesn't fork.
Wait, it's supposed to.
There's nothing like going to the wedding reception, coming home with your cousin bridesmaid as your fiance.
That's and it's great when it's a second cousin. It's the first cousin, that's normal. Second cousins are those are the ones.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and have a great